Technology has become a vital part of human lives. It has brought luxury even in the life of a common man. Automation brought about by technology has saved human effort and time to a large extent. It has brought distant places closer and simplified information access. It has made the world a smaller place to live in. Due to this technological advancement, there is a drastic change in a lifestyle of the people. Technology has brought positive changes in many areas of human life. At the same time, it has brought some negative changes too. One such technology-induced negative change in a modern lifestyle is obesity. Obesity is a consequence of modern lifestyle. Obesity in the recent times has taken the status of a global epidemic, posing as a universal threat cutting across boundaries and socio-economic strata. It is considered as a killer lifestyle disease and is an important cause of preventable deaths worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, 1.2 billion people worldwide are officially classified as overweight. This is probably the most sedentary generation of people in the history of mankind. India is following a trend of other developing countries that are steadily becoming more obese. Obesity has reached epidemic proportions in India in the 21st century, with morbid obesity affecting 5% of the country's population. Some studies revealed that Indians are genetically susceptible to weight accumulation, especially around the waist. Once considered a problem only in high-income group, overweight and obesity are now dramatically on the rise in low and middle-income groups too, particularly in urban settings. What is obesity? Overweight and obesity are defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that presents a risk to health. An obese person has accumulated so much body fat that it might have a negative effect on his or her health. A certain amount of body fat is necessary for storing energy, heat insulation, shock absorption, and other functions. The normal amount of body fat is between 25% to 30% in women and 18 to 23% in men. Women with over 30% body fat and men with over 25% body fat are considered obese. Risk factors of obesity. Excess weight not only makes regular activities in life difficult, but it also leads to low self-esteem and body image problems. Besides that, obesity increases the risk of developing a number of chronic diseases including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, liver diseases, heart diseases, stroke, problems with the bladder and the reproductive system, etc. Causes of obesity. The balance between calorie intake and energy expenditure determines a person's weight. If a person eats more calories than he or she burns, the person gains weight. If a person eats fewer calories than he or she metabolizes, he or she will lose weight. Obesity does not just happen overnight. It develops gradually from poor diet and lifestyle choices. Here are a few well-known reasons responsible for obesity or overweight. Genetic factors. A person is more likely to develop obesity if one or both parents are obese. Overeating. Many people in the society are eating much more than what they need. Despite many public awareness campaigns that attempt to encourage people to eat healthily, the majority of us continue to overeat. The consumption of fast foods has tripled over the same period, leading a sedentary lifestyle. With the arrival of televisions, computers, video games, remote controls, washing machines, dishwashers, and other modern convenience devices, the majority of people are leading a much more sedentary lifestyle compared to their parents and grandparents. Some decades ago, shopping consisted of walking down the road to the high street where one could find the grocers, bakers, banks, etc. As large supermarkets and shopping malls started to appear, people moved from using their feet to driving their cars to get their provisions. Today, dependence on the motor vehicle has become so strong that many people will drive even if their destination is only half a mile away. When it is time to relax, people tend to watch TV or play computer games and rarely take any regular exercise. If you're not active enough, you do not use up the energy provided by the food you eat, and the extra calories are stored as fat instead. Medications that make patients put on weight. According to several researchers, some medications cause weight gain. Diseases. Diseases such as hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, polycystic ovary syndrome, and Cushing's syndrome are also contributors to obesity. Lifestyle choices. Lifestyle choices are an important factor in influencing your weight. Unhealthy food could increase the health risks of a person. Unhealthy food choices could be eating processed or fast food that is high in fat, not eating fruit, vegetables, and unrefined carbohydrates such as wholemeal bread and brown rice. Eating large portions than you need. You may be encouraged to eat too much if your friends or relatives are also eating large portions. Alcohol consumption. Alcohol is very high in calories, and it can also affect the way the body metabolizes. Your body can react by storing it as fat rather than using it as fuel. More than one drink a day, and certainly binge drinking, is likely to increase your weight. Eating high-calorie snacks, little activity, and smoking often go together with a drinking session, which compounds the problem as each on their own have been linked to weight increase. Diagnosis of obesity. Obesity as a medical condition is diagnosed mainly on the basis of a rough and ready measurement called body mass index. Today, the body mass index is a measurement of choice for many physicians and researchers studying obesity. The BMI uses a mathematical formula that accounts for both a person's weight and height. The BMI equals a person's weight in kilograms divided by height in meters squared. BMI does not provide information on a person's percentage of body fat. However, BMI is a useful general guideline and is a good estimator of body fat for most adults between 19 to 70 years of age. However, it may not be an accurate measurement of body fat for bodybuilders, certain athletes, and pregnant women. There are some other clinical methods of measuring body fat. They are underwater weighing, BOD, POD, DEXA, skin calipers, and bioelectric impedance analysis. But BMI is a widely accepted method of estimating body fat. In this method, healthy weight is defined as a body mass index equal to or greater than 19 and less than 25 among all people aged 20 or over. Generally, obesity is defined as a body mass index equal to or greater than 30. Diet. The first goal of dieting is to stop further weight gain. The next goal is to establish realistic weight loss goals. While the ideal weight corresponds to a BMI of 20 to 25, this is difficult to achieve for many people. Thus, success is higher when a goal is set to lose 10% to 15% of baseline weight as opposed to 20% to 30% or greater. Here are some general dietary guidelines for achieving and maintaining a healthy body weight. A safe and effective long-term weight reduction and maintenance diet has to contain balanced, nutritious foods to avoid vitamin deficiencies and other diseases of malnutrition. Eat more nutritious foods that have low energy density. Low energy dense foods contain relatively few calories per unit weight. Examples of low energy dense foods include vegetables, fruits, lean meat, fish, grains, and beans. For example, you can eat a large volume of celery or carrots without taking in many calories. Eat less energy dense foods. Energy dense foods are high in fats and simple sugars. They generally have a high calorie value in a small amount of food. It is recommended that a healthy diet should have less than 30% fat. Examples of high energy dense foods include red meat, egg yolks, fried foods, high fat, sugar fast foods, sweets, pastries, butter, and high fat salad dressings. Also, cut down on foods that provide calories but very little nutrition, such as alcohol, non-diet soft drinks, and many packaged high-calorie snack foods. About 55% of calories in the diet should be from complex carbohydrates. Eat more complex carbohydrates such as brown rice, whole grain bread, fruits, and vegetables. Avoid simple carbohydrates such as table sugars, sweets, donuts, cakes, and muffins. Cut down on non-diet soft drinks as these sugary soft drinks are loaded with simple carbohydrates and calories. Simple carbohydrates cause excessive insulin release by the pancreas, and insulin promotes growth of fat tissue.